Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year's Eve to many of you, and to those of you who are living in the future already. Congrats, it's 2024. Alright, so last stream I teased that I was kind of thinking of making a team around Rhoulder. The more I brought it up, the more I thought about it, and it's just like, alright, how can I make a team with Rhoulder? So I was basically thinking about it all day since the last stream. Rip the Bastion. It happens. Uh, Once again, like I post codes in the description of my YouTube videos now because I forget to post them live. I guess I could have shown it off there, but oh well. Um, but yes. So I was thinking about this team pretty much all day, and I don't know. I don't know exactly how it's gonna go yet, but I think I got some fun stuff. Should be at least a little bit different from some of the other teams I've run lately. Because I'm not only using Rhoulder, I'm actually going to be using a Water Synth Cycrox with it. I believe I mentioned it in my video about, or my in-depth guides revived episode 2, that one of Rhoulder's best partners is sort of Cycrox. It's not like I've ever actually seen a Rhoulder Cycrox duo, but Rhoulder has 4 weaknesses of water, nature, melee, and mental. And Cycrox can hit all 4 of those super effective. Which is kind of interesting. I don't think there's a whole lot of combos that work out just like that. Not that Rhoulder can threaten out Cycrox's weaknesses exactly, but you can get a couple of them like electric, and I think that's the only one. And then, but so I basically thought up a core. So what Rhoulder wants is a couple toxic tems, preferably toxic tems that can also hit its other weaknesses. That's up here. So I have Cycrox and Garunder as the main two, because Garunder can also hit mentals, so it can hit everything other than melee. So now I got 2 toxics. I also had Obi on this team because Source Rep Obi is kind of nice. It's another Digi and an Electric, so it can threaten out. This one actually threatens out the Mentals, the Melees, and then the Waters that threaten out Rhoulder. And yet, it's also weak to water, so I gotta be careful with that. Bush is nice because it offers Rhoulder an extra turn to get Hardy Rush off if it needs it, and also has synergy, allowing the Obi to actually get the special defense buff, which is extra cool. It doesn't always come into play, but it can also be a huge pain. 3 stages of special defense on a move you're clicking anyways is valuable. And also, it gets cooperation, which is a way to not only heal Rhoulder, but also provide stamina like support to it. And then also I'm going Source Rep for Fake Beard. So I get a whole bunch of stamina support from this Obi build, which is something that Rhoulder really appreciates. And then I was looking at this was the core I had come up with. At least the Obi Cycrox Rhoulder, and then I wanted the second Toxic, and then Garunder just kind of fit the slot best. Tortonite was also an option, but I wanted to avoid using Tortonite just because it's a little bit overstated now. I also didn't want to add like a mental on the team for deluge synergy because that would make my weakness defensive weak chart horrible. So I decided, or I was looking at these and I'm like, wait a second. There's one tem that works really well with these two, and even kind of with Garunder. It's actually Water Chromion. So, Water Chromion gets Water Cannon, which gets synergy with Cycrox and Garunder. Garunder provides synergy for Water Cannon and Microwaves. Obi provides Sinner Typer and Microwave synergy. And Cycrox provides Water Cannon synergy and Sinner Typer. And also, Chromion got Water Blade now, so that's a huge buff that it wasn't explored a whole lot, but it looks like I think Allie was the one who really played Water Chromion the most. As far as a fourth move, though, I'm not sure what I want. I'm kind of leaning towards Hologram. I know Binary Flood's pretty strong, but it did get its damage nerfed. It's not at the point where it used to be. So I think I'd rather just have the extra turn of space if need be. I'm mainly going to be clicking Microwaves as my offensive move anyways, so I think this is good. And then it kind of gives me a little bit worse of an electric weakness, and I've already got 3 Digis. So it's going to be tough. At least these Digis can fight back. So that helps. Another one Tem I was looking at was Raiken, because Raiken's probably... I should say Rhoulder appreciates, or Raiken appreciates Rhoulder, but not as much the other way around. Raiken can kind of hit the natures that Rhoulder's weak to, but other than that, it's not super great. But I figured we might as well try it. They still kind of have the same game plan. If we have both Rhoulder and Raiken on the board, our opponents really have to think about which is the higher priority to take out. Because if they target Rhoulder, then they may take me down before Tardy Rush procs, but then Raiken can get a Prideful stack and then scale that way. But then if they target Raiken to prevent the Prideful, then Tardy Rush may proc. This made me pretty weak to Earth, so I wanted something that counters Earth really well. And I was looking at Broccolum. I love a good old Broccolum. It does make me an extra Digi weak, which I wanted to avoid. But the typing is just really offensively strong on this team. Adds a nature and a melee. I feel like Broccolum could be one of our most banned Tems. So at the very least, we're going to try it out. If I end up facing too many Digi teams, I can always swap stuff around. The Chromion is just kind of a meme, but also it's just like a secondary win condition. And I can always change Broccolum to something like Volphy if I have to. And then the last slot I just brought Tuvine, because I wanted a Crystal. Crystal to defend against Electrics, primarily for the Water Chromion, which is 4x weak. But then I was like, oh shoot, I don't have a fourth move anymore. H-Slap does nothing for me on this team. I wanted a Crystal to defend against the Electrics, but I didn't want to add a fourth Earth weakness, because I've already got Obi, Garunder, and Raiken, which are weak to Earth. So at least Tuvine is Flying type, so I can kind of balance that out a little. I am kind of tempted to run Peck, because Tuvine is the lone Crystal on a team. You're not going to get synergy for H-Slap, and non-synergy H-Slap just feels bad. You're like never going to click it. At least Peck you could potentially click a few times. Tornado's too much stam. Diamond 4... It's not like I never click Diamond 4, I just feel like it's a little too uncommon of a choice. Mirror Shell wouldn't be the worst option either, but we're going to go with this. Let's throw some items on them now, stuff that I know is going to be on them. Rhoulder gets Reactive Vial. There's Adrenaline Shot on the Raiken for Rush primarily. Bait on Tuvine. Sensei Robe on Broccolum. Here's where I'm not exactly sure. I put Marbles on Chromion. It's a strong Tem. Scares off a lot of things. Baits out swaps. We can get value that way. Also, I could see myself leading with it fairly often. Garunder energy drink's pretty common. Especially with like all the Crystal Delusion just other hypnosis. Having some sleep prevention on a slower team is kind of nice. I'm just not sure how many mentals people are gonna bring into a triple digi electric crystal team. Probably not many. So I wondering if there's something else I could bring. Double screen's not bad, but right now I'm looking at that as my item on Cycrox. Just because it's free value. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. We'll leave it. It's fine. I could go Wardroom, I guess, but only half the team is physical. So then it gets half as much value. Cycrox doesn't have any specific items it needs. There's nothing to really amp special damage as far like item wise. I could put first aid kit. It kind of has a similar function to double screen. It's just double screen will always get some amount of value. First aid kit can be played around to an extent. Snare's also kind of good, but I don't think that would have been more of an option for Chromion, which I don't think I need. So, all right. Let's do spreads now. So, Obi, since it's going to be on the board a lot, lots of stamina is good for it, and then also cooperation support. Having high stam is valuable. I think it's just going to be standard max speed, max HP here. Its defenses are balanced enough, you don't need to heavily invest in one of them. Yeah, we still get the extra point. So, I mean, Obi's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, but between Digi and Electric offensive options, it can hit super effective for a lot of types and threaten stuff off the board. Chromion, I think we're doing something similar. I'm going to have 65 stamina, which is just the breakpoint for triple microwaves without synergy. We'll go like 266 speed, I think. If somebody's going to outspeed, the only reason we go max speed Chromion is to speed tie other Chromions, but Chromion's so uncommon. Oh, I didn't mean to put that in HP. Oops. No, it's supposed to be in special attack. And now the rest, which is just a little bit in HP, but you never know. Yeah, like people that are trying to outspeed the 272 breakpoint will. And this should be faster than, I think, max speed Zalbian. Which would be the other thing we'd have to keep in mind for. Okay, it's not. We'll just take these out and then put it in speed. That'll help us outspeed max speed Zalbian then. It's not like this little piddle HP is going to actually do anything. I mean, technically it could, but like we're just going to pretend it won't. Let's see what else we got. Tuvine. I believe it's just 57 is the breakpoint I always hit when you're not including H-Slap. H-Slap you usually want to invest a little bit more because it's just slightly more stamina than Feather Gatling, which is one of your other options to click. Peck, I guess we'll go up to 61 this time, just so the Peck is free to click. We'll regen 5 stamina every turn. I think this is going to be a bit slower paced of a team. So we'll sack a little bit of attack, but this should still be plenty to get the job done on anything we need to. Broccoloom. 82 stamina is the breakpoint. For Plague, Inner Spirit. I think I normally go up to like 149 speed on my Broccolum. I think that outspeeds max speed Molgu. Once again, not super common, but you never know when you're going to run into it. Maybe it was max speed Garunder. Okay, I don't remember what it was for, but it's still a decent breakpoint to hit. Because this is the Molgu one, so this is where we'll land. We'll max HP. Broccolum loves HP. And then special attack. Just because we still want it to be an offensive threat, especially with the crazy good offensive typing it has. I'm jumping all around here on the spreads. Two Vines done, Broccolum's done, Chromion's done, Raiken. Raiken's a little tough to spread for, I think. So, I mean, it's easy enough to go up to 73 stamina, which is Quetzal, Meteor Swarm Quetzal. But it's almost tempting to add a fourth move into the rotation, just so you can click either Held Anger or Rush. But at the same time, we have Adrenaline Shot, so I'll probably just leave it at this. And if I really want to OX for a move, I have that option. Well, on max HP for sure. We don't need to have too much in attack because we'll scale it with Prideful. Question is how much speed to hit. Because I don't have anything like a max speed Scunch on this team to drop defense ahead of the Raiken Quetzal. So that's not something I really need to keep in mind. Oh. Stream was glitched? That's weird. Everything was working on my end, but your messages weren't showing up. I guess I didn't do my typical tests at the start of the stream. Glad it's working now. Hello, Blue Steel and Kip. Welcome as well. Thank you so much for the sub. I greatly appreciate it. Love some Raiken content. Yeah, it's kind of got a little goofy team. Water Chromion, Water Synth Cycrox, Raiken, Rhoulder. Should be fun today. Things finally settling down for you a bit, Kip? I know you were pretty busy with life for a while. Still got another month left in this patch. You won't be missing out on too much. If you were busy, I think we'll just go up to the breakpoint of 186, which will reach 232 after a +1 boost from Prideful. So, and this still gives us plenty of attack. 355 is more than enough to get the job done until we miss like 3 kills today. Garunder, I haven't even put moves yet. On Paizo for sure, because that also synergizes with Rhoulder. Defib, and I think we'll just go with Beef Up. Water Jet's an option, but I don't. So it's Paralyzing Poison, but I don't think we're gonna go with that. What's up with the Cycrox and Rhoulder duo? It's kind of similar to the Grumper and Broccolum duo, but Cycrox can hit all 4 of Rhoulder's weaknesses super effective. So it's not super special, but it's kind of an interesting combo. We'll go up to 155 here on Garunder. Because that's the breakpoint for reaching 232 with Prio, which will be just for Paizo, but we'll take it. And then just 61 stamina is fine. Could do more. Grinder does like to stay around on the board. But if I go up to 81, that would be like way too much stamina to invest for my tastes. Due to the lopsided defenses, we will invest like 400 HP, and then we'll go like 200 defense. And then the rest in attack. So we still end up with a significant amount. But this should balance our defenses a lot better and give us more of a chance against physical teams. It's just a random 400, 200 is kind of what I go for with these slower, bulkier tems with lopsided defenses. It's not a specific set meant to meet anything. Alright, so I'll have Venom spread just because I can kind of combo with the Chromion water cannon. It'll be risky to click, but if I face a slower team, it'll be super threatening. I'm not sure what I want for the last move though. Digi-Threat's kind of tempting just because it hits slightly harder than Microwaves, especially if I don't have synergy. The problem is it's on 2 holds, so it's less strong as an offensive option. Could definitely do Zen Med or even Hologram. I could do Strangle, but I feel like I want a more aggressive set on this Cycrox. We'll try Zen Med for now. It can support both sides of the team, physical and special attackers. So if I get a good board, I can threaten it out that way. I was debating on putting some speed in the Cycrox just for the Chromion Water Cannon combo. Problem is, that would be quite a bit of speed if I really want to. And yeah, I get value from harmful with it too. It just kind of has anti-synergy with Zen Med. And that's kind of why I'd consider running Hologram instead. Because with 180 speed times the speed boost, I can almost outspeed. I can outspeed. Well, Mudrids, but almost, almost Oshiaras and Gialis and Ukama max speed. You know. But that's okay. We'll just take what we can get. 65 stamina because most of its moves are pretty cheap. So I'm gonna max out the HP because we really want the Cycrox to take hits. It has double screen 2 to reduce damage. It will have a little lower special attack than I was hoping for, but hopefully it can get value from Zen Med and flip that around. If we need to, we can take some out of speed. This is just to make sure that... Well, actually, hold on. I forgot I'm not max speed Chromion. Good thing I caught that already. So I actually got to be like 177 speed on the Cycrox. We'll go 176 just to make sure. And that's fine. It's not like I need the speed for anything other than this combo. It gives us just a little bit more special attack, but you never know when something can live on a sliver. And then Rhoulder, I'm just going to go steal my Rhoulder spread real quick. Because it's somewhere in my in-depth guides revived video. I guess I didn't mention the Cycrox thing. I mentioned Adoro instead. It's fine though. It'll be my own little secret combo that I'm only bringing up now. Really 168 speed, that's... yeah. So I believe this speed is so that I can outspeed max speed Hedgen with Goring after Tardy Rush procs, which can definitely be valuable. And then I actually don't run Stone Ball on this set. Yeah, and Cypad. I think it's like, let me just do the math real quick. 165 times 1.85. Yep, it outspeeds up to max Cypat, but nothing else faster. Whereas Stone Ball's too expensive. Stone Ball's far too expensive for my taste. And the last time I tried this Rhoulder set, it felt really good. Because if you swap it in, or as long as you don't need to click Stone Ball turn 1, you get Rockfall, and then you can click Earthbreaker, which is just better Stone Ball. Like, look at the damage. 145 versus, like, 120. That's pretty big difference for the same stamina. And this isn't low prio, so... Alright, that was a long enough team building session. Oh, I should make sure the traits are alright. I was looking at spreads, but it's like, if I try and swap my Tardy Rush... Yeah, if I try to swap my Cycrox into a water move, and then all of a sudden it doesn't heal off of it, I will be sad. Or if I try and... tried to get past Fake Beard with my Obi, and instead it just doesn't work. Alright, I'm not sure if there's going to be like anyone on today, because, you know, it's New Year's Eve. But, you know, maybe we'll get some hopeless addicts like me. For US folks, it's still pretty early in the day. I feel like most people on New Year's would do something later on. Kind of my plan. We go out to supper with my friends or something. Y'all doing anything fun for New Year's? 5 p.m. Oh, right. Yeah, it all depends on where everyone's at. Playing Temtem, that's a good way to spend the day. Spend time with family, eat some pizza. Perfect. What kind of pizza? Please tell me there's no pineapple on it. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some long queues today. Oh wait, hello, welcome. Still gotta get my legend wins though, so I got time. Knight, hello. Know what used to be decent versus Rhoulder Minnow? There were a few interesting things people came up with. Naga plus slow tort. Yeah, I can definitely see that. You just gotta hope that... Is it like speed scuff torch so that your sparkling bullet goes... Or you can even be slower than sparkling bullet? I feel like that might be kind of tough. No, you... I'm not sure. Well, we've actually found a match pretty quick, so that's cool. Oh, Light Cube. He's playing a stall team. That's okay. I don't think this has like the worst matchup in a stall. I think most of the time in the Rhoulder meta, I actually opted to ban the Minnow. Then I was able to play lots of mentals. So you can still threaten it. Cause yeah, if you ban the Minnow, it frees up your waters and your mentals to deal with Rhoulder, which helps. Okay. No target Obi. Yeah, I mean, it's a source Obi today, but it is sad that it was banned for sure. Took me a bit to register what I wanted to ban there, but I think the Volo was the worst thing for me. He banned one of my electrics. I also don't know if the thing's Strange Vest. I never do right away. And I'm kind of, since it's a slower team, I'm very tempted to run Chromium and Cycrox. He doesn't have a whole lot of counters to that. He has Schween. If his Schween is faster than my Chromion. Oh, he picked the. That makes sense. We pick this combo because the Volphy won't be able to take down my Chromion in one hit, so he'll have to double. I should be able to at least trade Volphy for Chromion, and then I'll have one hold off on Cycrox, so I can have Zenmed up faster. And with Volphy down, I just ban the Babawa, and then we bring in Rhoulder. Ta-da! Marathon thought is vitamin. No. We tried vitamin complex yesterday. I was actually wondering like how well would a vitamin complex new version work with Marathonist Broccolum, but it would be bad. It would just be straight up bad. Vitamin complex is just bad. I mean, when it works, it's awesome, but the problem is that it's 3 turns instead of 2. If it was 2 turns, I think it would be really good. Grab Rhoulder for sure. Juvine seems pretty good here. Looking at my last slot, and Broccolum's looking a lot better than Garunder is, although Garunder does have Purgation for scaling. Could go nice with a Rage user, remember going versus me with Old Complex and clicking Sacrifice. Yeah, I still remember that too. And I tried it yesterday on a Mastion. That was the whole theme yesterday. It just didn't perform super well. Alright, so Volphy's the big problem right now. Because Scaravolt I can threaten out with Rhoulder later. Oh, Marble's Value, Marble's Value. I hate this item. Kaleidoscope Volphy, definitely got to try and knock this thing out as soon as possible. I almost got baited into clicking Vigas because it had the synergy symbol next to it. Nah, we doing Venom Spread. And just hope he doesn't swap into Nidrasil or like Schween. That would hurt. If he swaps Volphy for Nidrasil, I'm in really bad shape actually. Okay, he expected me to go for the Nidrasil. Or for the Scaravolt. Yikes, that is a tanky Volphy. I got the lucky 50-50 though. If he had If he had gotten that prediction right, I would have been toast. We can get a Water Blade on Wolfie here. And we could just V-Gust to save a little bit of... I mean, I probably should have just rested. There's no point in attacking the Nid, because it just heals here. Free Zen Med next turn, exactly. Cycrox having practically 2 immunities. 1 with its trait Water Synthesizer, and then 2 is 4x resist to Toxic. Interesting. He swapped out the Volt. I should have doubled the slot. There was no reason for me not to, in fact. They did not change Zen Med, no. Oh, well, yeah, I remembered that V-Gust has synergy. I definitely remembered. I can't get Synergy Water Cannon on the Shween, unfortunately. I do kind of want to just V-Gust again, though, rather than Zen Med this turn. Zen Med or riots. Sorry. I want to take out the Shween before it can do anything, if at all possible. I don't even think it's going to be enough damage. I did OX there too, pain. I think we swap in Brock now, and now Zen Med. This is a much better turn to click Zen Med here, because 1, it doesn't OX me, and 2... Yeah, shoot. Two, I get it on Broccolum, which has more stamina. Alright, now I bring in 2 Vine, because I have bait to avoid the spores if he uses that on, or the allergic spread if he uses that, and also a potential doom from Cycrox I can avoid on the 2 Vine. I'm not seeing any great options to push off doom from my Broccolum unless he poisons me, but well, it's just kind of whatever. It's not reactive Valkyrin, so it actually takes decent damage from that. That's spores. It's just Psychosis. It is on the Broccolum, but honestly, I'm okay with just having these few turns on Broccolum. I'm not really worried. We have CPG and Inner Spirit into this slot. Scaravolt was obviously coming in. I don't know if I can kill it, and I probably don't. But I wanted to get some damage on it at least. Because his Spore scaling shouldn't be able to outpace my damage. Force Sinister move on 2 Viant. Well, you see, I don't... I don't have a second crystal on the team, so there's no reason... Aww, that was a good Diabolo. That was a good Diabolo. Dang. I don't have a second crystal, so there's no point to have H-Slap. And 2 Vine's move pool is really tiny, especially since it lost Nox Bomb. I don't think I would ever click like Diamond for it. I just couldn't really justify it. It lost Nox. Yeah, all the birds lost Nox Bomb. You're very outdated. I think, didn't you just miss like the most recent patch, 1.5.2? Iridescence is bugged, don't play it. Didn't 2i keep it? 2kai. 2kai kept it for whatever reason. Just to allow physical 2kai for all those people who don't realize that 2kai has less physical attack than Moments has special attack. That was a good swap there. Oh, he gets Scavenger too. Dang. So Hoglip lost Binary Flood and closed it. Aww. Yeah. That was a sad change. Hoglip didn't deserve it. I think that might have even been harsh for Hedgen. It's still just so weird to see. To see the whole balanced choice of we're gonna remove the problematic, or we're gonna nerf the problematic move and then also remove it from the most problematic user. Like at least pick one or the other. Wolfie and Plat nerf was good to see. Yeah, like I wish Wolfie got a bit more compensation, like Clay Ball. Would have been at least interesting. Plat nerf helps. Still some differences that I would have made personally, but we take what we have. Roar, that hurts quite a bit actually. What was nerfed on Plat? Toxin Shower. Toxin Shower is only 1 turn of evasion though. I'd be really surprised to see him swap in Scaravolt here. So that's why I'm not rock falling. Cycrox can 1v1 nid? I know it can, but I have to not get doomed by Cowrin. And I don't know if I kill it here. I don't think I do. Well, he used Soil Steam though. He's going after the Rhoulder. That's a very interesting choice. Real impact. Oh, it actually killed there, so that helps. He had the fluid barrier up from earlier. So that's probably what helped him survive. Bright Beam problematic? No, I think Bright Beam's fine. I honestly don't even like the change to Toxin Shower. The more interesting change is to remove Aqua Bullet Hell from Platimus. So that if it wants to... Oh my goodness, it lived. The more interesting, so that if... Or so the Platimus has to think more about what water moves it wants to click. Went up against a team with all 2i Evos and had a Herrick and Mimit. That's fun, I like that. GG. I just rockfall there with Tardy Rush, and he's got nothing he can do. He needed to kill Rhoulder there to even stand a chance, but even then, any one move from my Cycrox would have finished off the Scarevolt. Also, look at I've never actually seen this mount glitched out, or I've never at least paid attention to it. It's just like my head is stuck in pig. That's goofy. Good game. Oh, I think. Let's get a message. Or is it just saying I queued up again? Glitches out because of the victory screen? Could be. It depends on how they coded it. If they coded the victory pose as like a... It's just the match. If they coded the victory pose as an emote, but even then it's just like these emotes just work and they just cancel out your mount, so I'm not sure. So season reward for and the 10 means supposed to use it or wait until they give out their reward. Hello, Junes. So to get the season reward for the rank you're currently in, you have to get 10 wins for in that rank. So right now I'm trying to get, if your reward already says 10 out of 10, you have the reward for that rank. I'm trying to get 10 out of 10 for legend here, but I'm stuck in diamond. But once it says 10 out of 10, it's secured. And currently, I already have my diamond rewards. Even though it says 4 out of 10 for legend, I've already completed the diamond ones, so I've got those. You're gonna tilt? Oh, sorry, I like you, GG. There was that 50-50 turn one, I didn't know. It was kind of what decided the game. Glitchy pose on the Rhoulder mount is nice. Don't think I've seen that one. There's a lot of funny ones. The Magma one's also up there. Brockwork's still OP, just reminding everyone. Gotta love a good Brockwork. Notice your team also loses to Brockwork? That's great. Lost to Tyrant, dropped 9 places. Yeah, that's why I don't push for the top ranks anymore. It's just tough to get there and hold them. Brockwork OP because of immunity. That's the reason why you use it. It just completely walls toxic types, but it's still kind of a meme. It's just really fun. Rhoulder, not Rhoulder. Okay, that one I could see. Yeah. Been playing awful compared to yesterday. It happens. They already released the Tutsu mounts. I want to say yes. While we're waiting for Q, we can check. So many cool mounts. Yeah, it looks like it came out in a 1.3. Oh, is it not working? I never understand why I open up the... Oh, that's why I clicked on the wrong tab. I was just scrolling through the mounts. It came out 1.3. You can always go to the wiki and find stuff. I think 1.3 is old enough that you can find it through the weekly rotation. I haven't even checked my daily store today. The Acronox steed's kind of cool. I love how Acronox looks. Well, I've already got like three mounts I like. Pookie mount, Piranha mount, and then you also got the pig mount. I guess I really like the letter P. What? Also, when I was looking through, or when I was doing the custom patch notes, I realized just how many Temtems actually start with M. It's like 12 of them, and like fully evolved Tems too. I don't know why M was the letter of choice, but it was. Got the Goldsy mount on Feather Slat after not logging in for 2 months. I saw that. That was a good pickup. I got the pig mount was actually on my Feather Slot as well. It was right before Worlds. I'm like, well, this is perfect. No, when they dropped Motorbike, you wasn't playing Temtem, but logged in just to buy it in case you started playing Temtem again. You're glad you did? Ah, yes, good choice. That was the same thing with me and the Pookie mount. The Pookie was one of the first mounts that came out, but I was actually, it was a little bit after Scarlet and Violet came out, and I was really deep into playing the PvP in that game. I hadn't even touched Temtem for like 2 months, but it's just like, well, I like Pookie. Let me grab the mount. Because of that, though, I actually missed like the entire Season 2 Battle Pass. I didn't horribly miss anything in it, but it'll at least give me something to work towards once they add the redoable battle passes in the future. Aqua backpack was an insta-cop. Yeah, the backpacks are so cool. A lot of them are. Fruit, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Battle passes are coming back. Yeah. It's just that it's gonna be a while. I think they were saying like 1.7. Yeah, we'll check them out after this encounter here. But as I say that, we're probably gonna find a match because that's how it always goes. Match found. Is it? I haven't played against you in so long. I don't know what your in-game name is. Ah, shoot. Is it Workman? It is. Okay. I didn't know if that was also your in-game name. I know it's your Discord name. I even call you that all the time. I should have typed it in first. I forgot that you can't actually use letters in your Temtem like in-game name. Because normally my name for stuff was Victory for me with a 0. I don't know why I made it when I was like 12. But they didn't allow that, so I ended up going Magnetonics, which I just kind of use for everything now. I think it sounds cooler. Rackork does not do great into my team. I got a couple Toxics that also one of them can hit back. I am immediately looking at Amphitheater. I do have a couple counters to it, but I also don't want to deal with it. Cycrox looks like it kind of gets crazy value here again. I haven't looked at Cycrox as a defensive, offensive, bulky. I haven't looked at a bulky offense Cycrox in a long time. Maybe it's kind of like Mastion, hidden OP. Time to start running both of them together. Just add Mastion next to Water Chromion for like Lava Wave Synergy, Incineroar Typer. Ta-da! You get a new core. How has Water Chrome felt since Water Blade? This is actually my second game trying it. I actually liked Water Chrome before it got Water Blade, because having Water Cannon is pretty nice on a Tem with a little bit more coverage than Ukama, and isn't Whiplump. Although you get to keep the same 4x electric weakness, so it's not all that different. It synergizes super well with like Nesla and like a Garunder and Cycrox, which is the reason why I threw it on this team. I'm thinking I just want to pick Obi. It's a very flexible Tem to lead with. But there's a lot of stuff that I like. If he leads Oshiara plus Vlash here, I'm forced into Broccolem. Okay, that's not the lead I was expecting. I mean, Cycrox kind of likes this. Because, I mean, I don't have to worry about a turn 1 Earth move. Cycrox resists Plague. Worst thing that Kinu can do turn 1 is a Beta Burst. If it's Kinu with a gun, then it just dies. No, not the Rhoulder. Sad. That's okay. We got Cycrox. I'm not super scared of Oshiara because I can have Cycrox to heal. So if I even take damage on Cycrox early on, I can swap it out and bring it back in the Oshiara matchup and be good. It's that Hedgen I don't really want to deal with. I don't do super great into Digis because I have 4 Digi weeks. It's not something I normally do. Certainly not recommend. But it's what I did for this team. Gonna grab Broccolem for sure. Broccolem's good against Oshiara and Volfi for sure. It's pretty solid against Vlash as well. Two Vines looking good here. I don't know if this is like a physical or a special Vlash yet. Oh, I don't know. Probably should have gone with the Garender there, just for something else to deal with Oshiara. But I think this is okay. Protector, okay. Volfi has first aid kit, and Kinu has Kaleidoscope. Alright, so we definitely target the Kaleidoscoper first. As the prison, I'm not expecting this to kill. But I want to slow it down. I don't know how, like, Kinu has really respectable special bulk, and I don't know what this Kinu set is. It could be max HP, max speed. Which would mean that if I can just knock it down a bit before hitting with a plasma beam, that's good. Also, this is just better for a swap. Like, if he was to swap to Vlash or Oshiara, I would really want to trap it in. Or to slow it down. I could very easily see a Volfi handcuffs. He actually, oh, he swaps on the Oshiara. Now I wish I T-Prison the other slot, but I never was going to do that. So that's kind of smart. I don't think he knows that it's a Water Synth Cycrox, though. Alright, I'm faster than the Kinu like this. Yikes, yeah, that's a bulky Kinu. Beta Burst, Cycrox? No, Obi. That makes sense. It's just a little sad. I think I can live with Serbatios. Like, Obi's pretty bulky. Oh, it's a slower Oshiara. Very interesting. Still took significant damage from that for being bulkier. I wonder what his speed break point is. Maybe it's max special attack. Water synthesizer value. I get Bush off here. Doesn't do a whole lot, but it forces him to double into the slot if he wants to do anything. He could Madness buff on Nox, but that's kind of risky since he doesn't know I don't have reset. Oshiara's down. He does Madness buff. But that means Obi lives to see another day. And Nox can't do anything against Cycrox. Showdown team Cycrox. The game puts Obi in recommended. Really? I never knew that. Oh, I guess that's probably because of the team that I made way back when. With the target rep Doom team. That's what I imagine. It's 4. I don't need Obi for anything else. I could give Fake Beard support to something. Not Obi 10, Obi. Oh! That's probably just a bug then. That's kind of. That's. Like, that's. Why? In the actual recommended. Somebody must have really been cooking. That's cool, it's fun, I respect it. But, huh. Didn't Obi have +1 speed to digitals? Yes, it does. Another bulky Valash and another Madness buff. Acid Reflux. Obi dies here. Cycrox takes like 0 damage. With the Bush and the cooperation healing, I was actually kind of close to surviving on Obi. I'm surprised. Alright, this Valash is like the last thing in the way of me winning, I think. I am hoping I can live a Steep Spikes. It seems like a slower, bulkier Valash. I might even outspeed the thing, I'm not sure. I just want some Toxic Ticks on it. He doesn't have anything that can swap in to eat that. Live! Oh yeah, I live that easy. Nox surely finishes me off and gives him a scavenger boost. Yeah. Couldn't avoid that, but those 2 Toxic Ticks are gonna be invaluable. And Chromion wasn't doing much against Double Nature anyways. Alright, so this should put Nox in trance range, so it shouldn't actually be able to do anything this turn. It doesn't have energy drink. It'll probably have like first aid kit. But that's okay. And then I think the harmful microwaves damage and the toxic tick should be enough to take down Valash. T-Honey, hello, welcome. How you doing? Heard you won an IGT, congrats. I'm in a good spot. I think. Problem is the Cycrox does OX here, which is kind of problematic. Join 4 minutes before for fun. That's awesome. Those are the best wins. Most of the time I join them nowadays, it's just to pad the numbers. I haven't updated my pro team in forever. Yeah, there's Trance, First Aid Kit. Oh no, it's Pillow. It's Pillow, okay. First Aid Kit's on Volphy. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. It was kind of a weird choice, so it didn't register. Swap in Broccolum here. Broccolum's not afraid of Volphy. Let Cycrox heal a little bit. He could swap Flash back in the Volphy slot to get the heal from me killing Nox. No, he swaps out the Nox. Probably Kinu. Yeah, Kinu. That's Vortex. And it's a fast Volphy. That's bad. I have to turbine here so that Kinu can't get A. I was gonna say so it can't get Hypnosis off. I wasn't expecting the Quicksand though. That gives me a lot more room to work with. Because now if he brings in Nox, I think he still dies. If he brings in Valash, Valash dies, and then Cycrox just wins the endgame. I could try for like Peck here, but I don't know Peck's damage. I can't imagine it kills. I'm just gonna go Feather Gatling and then Soul Shout. Okay. So he sacks the Nox here. That should still be fine though. I don't think without Nox he won't have any kill potential on Broccolum, and then Broccolum can clean up the rest. DV doesn't even kill here. If he had hit 2-Vine with like Plague or something instead of Quicksanding, I think this could have gone differently. But I just noticed the Temp card X on the Valash looks nice. For fun, we'll Peck. I'm very curious to see how much it does. How have you been trying to get off? Is Munko? Oh, it did like 5%. That's awesome. Cheer up Munko plus Hurricane Grandpa. It's kind of a goofy combo. I like it. Sandstorm, so still not plaguing. I guess he would have OX'd if he plagued. Could have pecked my Brock. Ah, you're right, I could have. I didn't really need to, but that would have been really funny. GG. I expect so much bulk. The only game. Everyone else has been focusing the Grandpa. It was like a bulky support Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me, Kip. And we found an insta match, so it kind of failed. Oops. Another Nox. That's how you find matches. Oh, that's the trick. Good to know. Good to know. All right, Workman. We're gonna have to look at your profile a lot over the next. Okay, so he's got 4 weeks. And I have 3 digis. I'm gonna ban the Naga because it's probably Decidora with like wrenching massage shenanigans. We'll grab the Obi. He's probably gonna pick like both Acronox and Tuvine, which isn't awesome, but I can pick Broccolum and kind of scare stuff off. One goes back to max HP, max special attack. Bruiser Monko, that's always surprising to see. I guess he's just freeing up Tuvine. I didn't really want to do this combo, but we do whatever it takes, I guess. I'd be surprised if he doesn't ban the Cycrox here. Maybe he just thinks it's a neurotoxin Cycrox, so he doesn't have to be worried about it offensively. This thing doesn't have microwaves, which is a fair assumption most of the time. Yeah. Because that is the case, I'm now going to ban Scunch. So my options for dealing with Scunch are now limited. I can pick up Broccolum though. Once this lead is gone, Broccolum gets a lot more space to work. Completely walls Osakai, hurts Tuvine, and Broccolum liked the Acronox matchup so much more when Acronox did not have Sting, or I should say when Sting was physical instead of special. Pick the Rhoulder though. Haven't gotten to play with Rhoulder much yet. And this doesn't look like a great Garunder game, so we'll pick up Raiken. That at least puts on a lot of pressure. Mom's lunch value, fake beard value. There's an emote, like a love emote. I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe he's a fan. Don't recall the name, so I apologize if that's the case. Maybe he just loves the source rep to cancel out the mom's lunch. I'm hoping that after a Tesla prison, that a CPG will kill the Pocus, and then one Feather Gatling will put it in range of dying to another. So. He just double swaps. That's very interesting. The Obi's still doing fine on this board. I swapped Tuvine out for Broccolum though. Gonna Plasma Beam the Osakai to burn it so I don't just utterly die to Dust Vortex. I might still die to Dust Vortex plus whatever Moonflank wants to click, but getting a speed drop and some extra chip with Plasma Beam should be pretty solid. Yeah, looks like he's just doubling into the Obi slot. Ooh, that didn't do a whole lot of damage. Kind of curious if I'm gonna live the Dust Vortex now. Look, I lived the Dust Vortex, guys. I'm not sure what this thing's build is. I'm gonna T-Prison the Moonflank, because I think he's gonna swap the Osakai. This guy is very, swap happy. He's very swap happy. I think he was predicting me to bush there, but I did hold bush. I'm gonna bush and then swap to 2 Vine. Okay, so that wasn't bad. Pretty much got a free swap into 2 Vine. Obi's still hanging in there. We can hit focus with another Tesla Prism. Because it's just another swap, and this is just fine. I'm not sure what the Nox is gonna click here, honestly. They did stay in. I keep it just out of trance range, which is great. Two Vine is still nice, so I'm not gonna let it die here. I'm gonna rest on Obi. I could Cooperation. Not sure I want to eat. You know what? We will Cooperation. Because I want to get it some stamina back and also heal it. We'll swap in the Brock. Another option was like rest, or I could even Plasma Beam Osakai one more time, put it in range to die to whatever move I want to click. But this won't OX me, so that as long as I don't get this Vortex, I'll be able to do something next turn. And I'm predicting an Inner Spirit into the Brock, or well, what was the 2 Vine slot anyways. You know, oh, he does it into the Obi though. Okay, that was a good prediction on his part. So in that case, I definitely should have Plasma Beamed. I just couldn't know for sure. Obi just took Brock's stam and left. Yeah, but Brock doesn't do a whole lot this game. That was kind of my thought. I guess Rhoulder comes in. I don't want to bring in 2 Vine yet, because a +2 hook would still hurt pretty bad. If I can knock out the Acronox here, that helps. Mr. Swap Happy is doing his Swap Happy thing. Is he gonna knock himself into trance? He does. That's a good play. I respect that. It's also a dead Scorpion, but I suppose people don't expect a Rhoulder to have any speed invest. But Brocklim's also slow, so. A-Drink Nox is new. Yeah. I really wish it was first aid kit here because he would not have procced that. He also wouldn't have his turn right now if it was pillow. Or first aid kit too, but I was banking on it being beta burst over gamma burst. So that was a little bit risky, but I think it was worth it. This shouldn't kill Rhoulder, it'll hurt though. Yeah. Alright, so the goal is kill the Pocus because it was -1 speed. And then kill the Nox too. But Swap Happy doing Swap Happy things. I should have predicted that. I almost clicked Meteor Swarm, but I decided against it. Rhoulder died there. Just didn't say it. I'm relatively confident that a Quetzal will not kill the move flank. I'm also thinking that he'll swap in Nox to eat the Plague here, so I'm gonna Meteor Swarm. I can always rush if something lives on a sliver too. Doesn't have any more regen turns on Nox, so the health it's at is what it's stuck at. Yeah. Ooh, Held Anger. I don't think I... oh, it's on the Brock. Yeah, I lived that. Raiken, it would have been close. I think I definitely could have died. Now he just gives me Camouflage. I guess like, yeah. Oh well, that play was fine. Maybe I should have done that to the move flank, because then it wouldn't have got that goring off. That would have been smarter, for sure. I guess I was somehow scared that that I would get outsped or something. Gamma Burst. Taking out the Broccolum. Held Anger's up though, and I'm +2. Oh, but he lived on 0 health. Peck range? Oh my goodness, you're right. I forgot I had Peck. I would have realized it just now, but that's funny. Peck value. I think I had Turbine up anyways, but that is pretty funny. Discount Rush, let's go. Peck KO. This thing's fast. This thing's probably max speed. Or at least really, really quick. GG. All his swaps almost worked out for him. He did position himself really nice. It's just that I got so much free value. Even though it was usually resisted, it just racked up over time. Viable is Hypno on Towley or Hypnotist is like extremely strong on Moala. Like Moala is completely broken because of Hypnotist. It's a lot harder to pull off on Towley though. And it's probably getting nerfed this upcoming patch anyways. Specifically because of Moala. How do you even nerf it? It's actually, I mean, in its current state, you swap Moala into a board. Oh, it's even Luma, I love it. Yeah, so you swap Moala into a board, and then it just needs to survive. Like, even if your opponent swaps out into, like, Digis or something, they're put asleep for 2 turns. So you can't even rest to stay on the positive board. You have to swap, otherwise your opponent gets 2 full turns of tempo for free. And there's not a whole lot of other viable mentals, otherwise it would kind of... You saying you want me to check out your profile too? You know, Vanity was talking at some point about doing like a fashion contest, sort of fun. Trying to get rewards from Crema, actually offering Novas to the winners. But it would be hard to find a good balance to allow people who have paid cosmetics and free cosmetics to be on the same level. So I think ended up being scrapped. Still wearing the best cosmetic in the game, the chef hat, the cooking. Chimera. All right. This is I'm a swap between physical and special inky. Last time it was special inky. This is kind of tough. This is my team's kind of like more middling speeds, so this fast aggressive team might just destroy me. Chromion gets banned, so Raiken is almost certainly going to be picked up. I really want Rhoulder. But Rhoulder's going to be bad into Oshiara. And it could even be a Wrenching Massage Scunch, I'm not sure. He doesn't know that I don't have Stone Ball, though. Chef in real life, which is why I got that one. Oh, that's cool. Also have a buddy who's a chef. Once in a while we'll go and have him make food for us. I'd love to get into cooking. I think it's such a... I'd say hobby, but like it can be an occupation too. I'd like to do it as a hobby though. I think it's so cool. Gonna go for Obi here. Bans the Cycrox. Why? Cooking as a hobby is most of the time probably more enjoyable than a job. That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. Working during like a rush hour, I can't imagine would be fun. Alright, I'm gonna ban Raiken now, and then Broccolin is just like stonks. Size Munch, Oshiara, Volphy, even Inky. Like, hello? I have to watch to see if the move flank is Hurry Wart. If the move flank is Hurry Wart, then I double into the Scunch slot. If it's unnoticed, I'm gonna use Drill Impact on the Rhoulder slot instead. I want Tuvine for sure. Raiken won't get like any value after Rhoulder dies. And I think I'm leaving Rhoulder in to die early. But I can finish off something with Rush. I don't know. Problem there was, if I pick Garunder, then Volphy gets picked up. If I pick Raiken, then Oshiara gets picked up. I could have left Tuvine and picked both Rhoulder and Garunder, but Garunder just has so many. It doesn't do a whole lot. That's kind of what I've noticed. I don't think I've picked Garunder once yet, have I? I played 3 games. I won all 3, and I won them without Garunder. I don't even think it was banned. I think I just didn't pick it. So that's kind of what I'm gonna look at, see if I'm like gonna change something. I think I saw Hurry Wart. I think I saw her alert. Swaps and Oshiara. Darn, I should have used Tesla Prison. Would have been huge. So that did under 20%. It's gonna be close if Obi can live or not. I don't need my Obi for anything else other than taking care of this Oshiara. It was kind of nice for Scunch, but I can manage. I'm gonna swap in Broccolum. I'm not gonna swap in Broccolum. Alright, Obi needs to live this now. Ugh, not a chance. I hate Cage. I just never think about it. That's why Cage is fun. It's not nearly as good once you know it's there though. And also there's nothing protecting this Oshiara, and the Mooflank is running low on stamina. Satisfying if they both swap. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be a double spread move probably. Finish off the Rhoulder, but then Broccolum does get the evasion. I got greedy. I should have used Goring on Rhoulder. I didn't know it was that slow of a move flank. It was a very slow move flank. Now his only goal is to kill Broccolum, and then his Seismunch can carry the game. It's probably just going to be like a P-jab into a Held Anger, and then I'm toast. Yeah, that Cage ruined me. If I would have gotten like a Drill Impact on the move flank, into a Goring on the move flank, into a... and then my Plague would outspeed and kill it here. And then I wouldn't have to take the Held Anger. But now I just don't see any way of winning. I knew it was going to be tough from the start. I needed my Obi to live there. And if I just clicked Tesla Prison instead of Plasma Beam, like I 100% should have. Not what I was expecting in the slightest. Really very bulky Scunch, though. I don't think he'd bring the Seismunch onto the board. That it gets the least value on. That's why I burned Resin Trap now. I figured it could be back up. Imagine that would have gone into the size much. That could have changed the game. I was considering it. Why did he take that risk? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Ninja, hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm doing good. Savage suplex into the Brock. Maybe forgetting the trade exists. Streaming on New Year's Eve. I mean, it's still like it's like 3 in the afternoon here. Plus, most of my friends are bums and they schedule work. Like they're all working tonight. They're like, well, we'll do something next week and celebrate instead. And it's just like, well, what am I supposed to do then? So I stream instead. Maybe I'll spend some time with my family and just pick up some tasty food. Call it a day. It doesn't kill though. It does? Yo, that's a max attack res badge scunch. I missed that. It used wrenching massage, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And it's like a max HP, max attack scunch. Earthwave. Okay, I respect. I don't even care about losing anymore. That's funny. I was so confident that I would live that I didn't even attack the size munch here. Pretty sure 0 speed size munch outspeeds here, so game's toast. It would have been anyway. I mean, these two can't kill a full health move flank and an Anki. Even with like a prideful proc. Earthwave doesn't give +1 defense. Earthbound's been broken for quite a while now. Only move that gives it is this one. For fun, we'll stick around next turn just so we can see if it's a physical or a special Inky. If special Inky will click DC Beam, physical will click Sparkling Bullet. Last turn will also give it for a while. All Earth moves are supposed to give it, but it's just bugged right now. See, it's a special Inky, like I said. What's the plan with Rhoulder Cycrox? I wanted to make a team with Rhoulder, and Rhoulder's best partner, I think, might be Cycrox, just because Cycrox can counter all 4 of Rhoulder's weaknesses. It's a really interesting combo. They're both around the same speed tier and can kind of have similar game plans. GG's. Tough match. Let's see if we can complete our weekly mission today. That'd be kind of nice. I haven't even paid attention to what it's at. I didn't play a whole lot of games this week. Most of the week I spent crafting my custom patch. I'm at 8, good. I need at least 2 more wins today then. Running a mid-range team, it's a bit slower of a mid-range team, but yeah, it's not quite bulky offense. I guess, I mean, honestly, it's a really weird team, because I got some tems with little to no speed invest, like Broccolum, and then I've got something like a max speed Chromion on it, and then the Garunder, which just kind of is still useless. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. It's like the Gorender's still there for a purpose. Get an Orphill. Be kind of fun, but I don't think this is the team for it. Or 2-wire. I don't really want to add a 5th Digi-Week to the team. That doesn't sound like a good plan. I know with Common Factor only being 1 turn now, it sounds dangerous. It's kind of interesting when you need a Pew Cook emote. I thought about getting another batch of emotes. I was gonna wait until I actually got the payment from like getting last place in Worlds. But apparently everyone's on break and they couldn't send it out before that, so I haven't gotten it yet. A Pew Cook emote would be really cute though. I mean, I've got a few different ideas for emotes. I should almost get like a generic Pookie stance and then just stick some PNGs on it like I did with the War Pig emote. A Viking helmet and a sword, call it a day. Just get like a chef's hat and a spoon, call it a day for Poo Cook. What does a Pookie sticker even look like? Yeah, see, like this would be a bit hard to modify real well. I mean, I could, but I don't know. Give me 5 minutes. I know, like that. I could have some really generic emotes, and I was gonna keep like the five five or less minute emote ideas and keep those as like the follower ones, and then have the sub emotes be quality ones I actually commission. But I also don't want to just deny you guys emotes. I could just fill them with cookie cutter crappy ones, and then if you guys like the emotes, we could get a commissioned version of it or something. Why is there a Schween on this team? Why is there a Schween on this team? Why is there an Anatan on this team too? This is a very, very interesting team. I'm not quite sure what the plan is. Rhoulder ban. Or no, Broccolin ban. My brain's just like I'm thinking about how valuable Rhoulder would be this game. It's like there's 3 waters, a nature, and then Osakai. I'm not too immediately afraid of Osakai. But I have to ban Minotaur so that I can pick my Digis, essentially, to threaten out the Osakai. That's kind of my plan. right now, Chromion plus Cycrox looks pretty good, unless he picks Plotamus. Okay, well I guess like that's not great either. I mean, I'm always picking Water Chromion. Ugh. My draw counters both Cycrox and Garunder. I'll just pick Cycrox because it's more fun. On the right side, it's kind of funny that like the most meta tem on my team is the least picked, being Garunder. Though maybe Two-Vine surpasses it. Interesting. I would now like out of all the options there, Anatan was not the one I was thinking would show up. I got a few options against Naga. I was considering a Naga on my team, honestly. Plotamus, if Cycrox survives, will be great against it. I honestly don't want to deal with the Shween. I don't know what it's doing on this team. It might be an offensive Shween. If it is, that could be really bad. Ban my Rhoulder. No, why do I never get to play Rhoulder? Oh wait, I did last game. It just didn't do anything. Cause I got caged. I have triple Digi, but Osakai can still very easily be a problem. I'm gonna bring Garunder too, because it's good into all three of these. Probably for shenanigans. Plus making Anatan a tanky monster. Well, maybe the idea was to pick Anatan and then ban the Rhoulder, and then I don't have anything against Anatan. I kind of like Riken here just as a backup counter to Anatan. But Two-Vine's not bad either. Match ended just as the Q popped. Darn. I'm glad to face it. Not that I dislike rematches at all, but being able to play against multiple opponents in a day is nice. Alright, it's a gravel bag Turok, so I'm gonna use a water cannon on it. A little harmful too, try and take the thing out. And just in case he swaps in Plotamus, I can threaten. If he swaps out Turok for Plotamus to eat the water cannon, I'm still just... Yeah, he actually just stayed in on both. He'll probably just go to take out the Cycrox this turn. No, it's a slow Turok with Gravel Bag. I guess with that amount of tankiness, it makes sense. That thing's like... The Cycrox is not weak. By any means. It doesn't have the highest special attack, but... I would have expected a harmful to do more than 20% to a Turok. That's nuts. Send me a Discord DM? Yeah, for sure. Cute. Let me... We'll show it after the stream. Or after the match. After the stream. Alright, so Platimus is here, but like, what's it gonna do? He can't touch Cycrox, and Chromion's the bigger problem for him. Marco, hello, welcome. You know, the funny thing is, I could actually, like, hit my own Cycrox to heal it. Kind of another reason why this combo is fun. I guess he's just thinking about what to do. He doesn't have any good swaps because he brought his Blatimus in. If he brought in his Cernif, I would have had to think if he was going to swap his Anatan or not, but now it just doesn't even matter. He did swap in his Cernif, which is like, okay. Hit the Poison Ticks. That did significant damage. For a resist? Oh, I used Rotten Goo. I'm like, why did I outspeed? Just hologram and V-Gust. It's like... He'd have to Aquatic Whirlwind. Oh, he does. He does double the slot. Dang, okay, I got greedy there. I thought his water cutting would be faster and then he'd use like Toxin Shower or something. So I took some chip on Platimus instead of going and finishing off the Cernif. Not the worst thing ever, though. Now Aquatic's down and I have Obi on the board. Now I'm really glad I did bring Raiken. Because I'm probably going to need it against the Anatan in the late game. Cernif is just rush bait at this point. If I swap in Raiken at any point, I can just take a free. A free, whatever. Okay, he brings in the Anatan now. And now I bring in Raiken. Ooh, Bush. That doesn't help him at all. Yeah, that didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, Bush probably heals it outside of rush range, I'd assume. We're gonna Tesla Prison, because I think Cernif might be able to survive that, and then I still get the rush boost, and if he decides to swap, then I get a speed drop. So there is nothing that can possibly go wrong this turn except getting one shot by Crystal Bite. Or a Revet. I guess that would hurt too. Please on the Anatan. Okay. Ugh. Mineral Hail. I wasn't counting turns. Oof. I'm clicking Cooperation this turn because I think that he's going to predict me to bush and then not attack. He's running Glass Blade on his Anatan. Aha. Heat up Glass Blade, Mineral Hail. There's no point in Meteor Swarming right now. Jinx Whisper. This guy has some very unique sets. Like, I respect that, but also, like, his plan becomes much less viable once you know what he's running. Yeah, his Chains Hit is the last option. Now, if I don't know Anatan's base speed offhand, but honestly, there's a good chance his stupid Glass Blade's gonna outspeed me. Maybe he's considering if I swap into Garunder in order to get synergy on microwaves. Oh, what? Did he just rest? That's super good for me. Oh, he went for Mineral Hail. Okay. Fair enough. Well, his Osakai has Dust Vortex up now. And yeah. I may be +4 in using Held Anger, but Osakai's got very high defense. I think I'm toast. Yeah, not a chance. Oh my goodness, I lived on 1 health. Crazy. It doesn't matter though. Yeah, this Rush doesn't even kill, by the way. Rush does about 8% to an Osakai. Oh wow, I lived on 1 health. It's a squishy Osakai. Purchase 6 more months.
Gift for the last day of the year. Aw, thank you so much, Ninja. I'll definitely have to get some more emotes for you guys to pay you back for all that. I can't believe I'm losing to a Glass Blade Anatan. GG. If I knew the thing didn't have Crystal Bite, I would have made completely different plays. I was so afraid of a turn 2 nuke, but it didn't even have the... Hope it'll work. Didn't receive any mail confirmation. Doesn't really show on your Twitch account. I'm not really sure how that works either. Let me see if I can pull up this emote that Kip made though. 500 speed Grumford. Top it off too. It's pretty good. Check workman account. Yeah, we did check. Got a cool Luma Aquila backpack. Yes, the meme that accidentally sort of worked. Maybe that's the reason I lost. I'm losing matches is because of I'm running a slower Brockle instead of a faster one. Gotta have max speed on it. Nah. Droply Jam. I'd like to get a Pookie dance emote too. I tried making one, like a scuffed one on my own, but I couldn't get it to really turn out well. If I could figure out how to like access some of the assets in the Temtem files, get like some of the animations, it might be easier to work with, but I have no idea how to do that sort of stuff. Attempted any of the challenge modes. I tried speedrun quite a bit, like when it initially came out, because nobody had beaten it yet, and I wanted to give it a try and be the first. I have since stopped because it just wasn't particularly interesting. I have double toxic, so I don't think he'll first pick Babua. I never liked Tolkien. It's just too strong. The random lock and stuff I haven't done, but it would be fun to get a... The music's a bit loud? Alright, sorry about that. Some of these songs are just louder than others. And I'm listening through through Spotify directly, which is different than how loud you guys hear it. So always just let me know and I can turn it down. No more button to sub anymore. It says your advantages will end on January 3rd. It will renew on the same day. It'll take money that day. Tell me on Discord if you ever receive a notification. If you don't, sounds good. Sounds good. Token should be manageable without Nox Bomb now. Yeah, that was a huge nerf to it. Should be able to take it down now. Nizak has rewards. I never really looked or cared about the rewards for them. I just thought it would be kind of fun. Kind of fun to do them, you know. Game of Thrones emotes pretty pog. You know, as cool as a lot of the emotes are in this game, I don't find myself clicking them very often. A lot of them, like in game, just feel a little too BM for my tastes. I have both of my toxics up. Maybe I will leave the Brocklum around or the Balbo around. Not afraid of cowering with this lead, even though I'll have to sack something at some point. Double Digi, don't have to be afraid of Mawala. I'm gonna ban Baboa just so that I don't have to pick Garunder. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Only time to click them is when waiting at the breeding center. Yeah. Sometimes there's a few fun ones to click in the stands, like the... Can't bring up the emote wheel here, but... The tapping the watch one. You got the special one from Spectating Worlds and stuff. Popcorn. Ah, yeah, that's an okay one too. I got taking notes. If you see something jank, that's a good one to do too. Like when I saw the glass blade, I could have done that emote. I guess sometimes when it's just like I lose a 50-50 or there's like a really stupid play made, I just do the falling back emote. So now it's like what I want to do is water cannon the Scaravolts. But he's got 2 toxics in the back. I think I'm okay clicking water cannon on Scaravolt, but then also clicking Soul Shot on Tuvine. Worst case scenario is that, I mean, like even if Scaravolt lives and kills Chromion here, the Scaravolt's probably down to like 10% health. Which should be enough to take it out with just about anything. Just have to watch out a little bit for like Nidrasil heals. So Tuvine swaps. Garunder comes in. Eat the Soul Shot. Scaravolt also swaps. Nidrasil, yeah. Mom's lunch. Getting marbles value, because you know it's a stupid item. I actually did respectable damage to Garunder. Didn't think it would do nearly that much. gonna double swap here. The in-game Pookie animations and gifts. Was the clubs making literal mazes and dojos? It was a thing for a while. The spinny Pookie, that's funny. Ah man, Pookie's so adorable. I feel like you can make just about any gif of it and it would be cute. It does have allergic spread. Man, all these mid-range Ninjastills that they run allergic like what are they dropping for it? Cooperation? Oh, and the prediction. A spread's insane. It is, but I'm so used to every single Ninjastill running Bark Shield, Spores, Toxic Ink, or Nox Bomb, and then Cooperation. Because Ninjastill doesn't have any way to heal itself without Cooperation. Render swap into Karen, perfect. And then some chip damage on Ninjastill. I was thinking that... I thought it was really obvious that I could Feather Gatling into Quetzaleno and then kill the Ninjastill and get a boost. So I was expecting it to be a double swap into Karen and Scaravolt. On the bright side, he doesn't have anything that wants to eat an Inner Spirit. I'm tempted to just use it on the Ninjastill, take it out. Because I'm expecting Karen to swap. Karen swaps. Into Garunder. It's you and you play. Spores on the 2-vine. The Coward did not have Reactive Vial. This is a relatively free Crystal Plume into Soul Shout. 2-vine's already poisoned, so he has little reason to A-spread. We'll see what his toxic move is. If it's Nox Bomb, that hurts. If it's Toxic Ink, that also hurts. But Ninjastill's also in range so that I can take it out whenever I want to. Oh, Scaravolt swap in. Not what I was expecting. It's still good damage on it, though. It is Toxic Ink. Please OX. That would be awesome for me. Aw, it doesn't OX. I'm gonna Crystal Plume the Nid, and then we're gonna... We're gonna just Soul Shout the Scarevolt. Ah, really? Really? Cowrin came in. Not the Tem I was expecting. I hope Tuvine dies here. Please kill my Tuvine. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, who cares about that Scavenger proc? I know, I sure don't. Now here's a point where I wish I had Binary Flood instead of Hologram. I'm gonna Harmful Microwaves because that should very well still kill the Scarevolt, but also cover a little bit for a... I swap to Garunder in case. Yeah. Is it gonna be a double swap? Oh, yikes. No, it's just the one swap. But Broccolum does die here, which does kind of hurt in its own right. That would have been a perfect Binary Flood and then swap and save Brock. Oh no, Broccolum lives? That's literally the worst thing that could have happened. Broccolum's too slow to kill Tuvine. Can't do anything more than a Plague on Cowrin. Render just comes on the field and I can't do anything. Ah, yeah, the mom's lunch, Nidosil sack. I didn't register that. I don't know why. It was such an obvious play. What was his other option there? Even he had like Cowrin on the board. Didn't even have any swaps. If I'd have saved Broccolum with Inner Spirit and swapped in like Raikin, then I also would have just been in range to kill the Nidosil with Rush, and I would have been perfectly set up to end this game. So I threw on that turn. I had a lead and I threw on that turn. Tuvine's bait hasn't even procced yet. He did double the Chromion slot, just in case I clicked Hologram. Predicting a Tuvine swap into Cowrin, Paizo synergy into Cycrox, into still lose because Cowran just dooms Cycrox. Even if I had a yeah, he's just gonna turbine the Raiken anyways. I live that, so he has to double with a Paizo. I need him to swap Tuvine into Cowran now. Ugh. Yeah. Playing against these slow teams is just so punishing. He's even faster. I don't even kill with that. That's so sad. Weird, why do you have speed on your Tuvine in a team like this? Like, your Tuvine is now the fastest thing on your team. But because you're investing speed in it, if you're facing a bulkier team, it gets so much less value. But I guess maybe you don't, that's not the problem. Maybe you just... I don't know. I think I'd have a really good chance against that team if I rematched it, but good game regardless. Okay. Well, I still would like to get 2 wins today so I can get the bonus stuff for the weekly mission, but it's already getting a little late. It's only like 4 o'clock here, but I don't normally like streaming much longer than 3 hours. Team worked, like, the team doesn't feel that bad. I'd still like to find a different slot for Grunder. It's just kind of dead. Having all of my toxic power on Cycrox also feels kind of bad. Because if a team is really weak to toxic, which I've seen it plenty of times before, then they just ban Cycrox, and I'm toast. I haven't even hardly had any games where I can bring Cycrox and Rhoulder on the same board. Usually one or the other gets banned, second ban. Gotta head out, have a good rest of the stream. Sounds good. Have a good New Year's, Kip. Thanks for the gifts, I'll see what I can do. Maybe make some fun emotes with those, so. Good catching back up, for sure. See you next time. Oh, we're past the 100 mark for the Rholders, so we could potentially start seeing a Luma from here on. Yeah, as the day goes on, the queue's gonna dry up more and more. Maybe I'll just do 2 more matches and hope they're just both wins. Any guesses on how long it's gonna take before we get the next queue? It's probably only been like 3 minutes so far, but I'm actually surprised we've had such quick queues up until now. Yeah, we're only at 3 minutes so far. Let's see, what could I replace Rhoulder with? I considered Mashuk, because Mashuk I could P-Jab for Rhoulder. Still threaten out the waters and natures. Eat a lot of bans because it's meta. Oh, that didn't take long at all. And pivot into melee attacks as well. Oh, if you're still around, good luck, have fun. Rhoulder gets banned. New game plan, queue up after midnight and fish for drunk players. Hey, there's probably already midnight somewhere in the world though. Kino picked up. Interesting. This is a good Chromion Cycrox game, it seems. Hmm. I'm gonna ban Obi just because it's kind of a nuisance. He also banned my Obi. His Monko could potentially be an issue. I'll pick the Rhoulder, it's available. Also gonna pick up Brock, I think, just because it's good against his 2 Earths. I could have picked Raiken first, but if only one of the Earths is grabbed, then that frees up Raiken quite a bit. If both are grabbed, I'll pick up Tuvine. Yeah, I'll grab Tuvine then. I guess I forgot Sambi was the other one, so Tuvine's still better, even though there's only 1 Earth. Protector, interesting. Fat burner on the Kinu. So it's not an offensive threat. Neither of us have electric synergy. Not by our grandpa. Beta burst, that should do like nothing. Yeah. Even on a glass cannon like Chromion, that does 0 damage. But I'm also not doing a whole lot of damage there either. Alright, so that did like 32%. Because Marbles proc. %7 for 20 damage. I think I'm gonna risk it. we're gonna save the Chromion. We can swap into Vine here, and it's still a good board. I'll just use microwaves. There's a good chance Kino will put me to sleep. That's okay though. Yeah. I did a lot of bird season, duh. Grandpa. Actually, this could very well be the turn that he swaps to Munko and gets the Synergy Hurricane off. Up our Grandpa? Yep. Oh, it's a 0-speed Grandpa. I guess that makes sense, it's bulky. He has a specific plan to cheer up Hurricane with Munko Grandpa. Seems kind of fun, but it's definitely kind of like a niche strat. Two Vines still valuable. Cycrox is too, but I'm gonna hope I can live a double in somehow. Maybe? Oh, right, it's just like 0-speed Munko. That lives. Because it's 0-speed Munko. But then doesn't kill. Very interesting. How do you handle stamina with Grandpa without Swiftband or Beard? Synergy Hurricane is only 20 stam. It really ain't that bad. Using Resin Trap on the Turok. Trap it in. Oh my goodness, that did 0 damage. What? And it's an Escapist Turok. I was like, I'll trap it in, Water Blade it next turn. With Chromion. And then we'll be good. The Turok swapped. Oh, it was a double swap. Okay. Well. Interesting. I really wish I clicked microwaves on something now. I might lose. Ooh, cage. Okay. What does the Kinu do? Hypno on the Chromion? It is on the Chromion. I can't avoid that. I needed to Water Blade the Sambi there. But it wouldn't have done a whole lot of damage. Although it does look like a relatively squishy Sambi. Kind of surprised. Doubles the Broccolum instead of killing the Chromion. That's an interesting choice. I'm gonna double priority the Sandbee here. Take it out before it can do anything. Wow, no, the Kinu Fat Burner is over 300 speed. I didn't know that. And that's an offensively invested Sandbee as well. It is not a tank Sandbee, unlike the rest of this team seems to be. However, we got Rhoulder, so he's not out of this yet. I guess based on how squishy the Sandbee was, I should have known it was more of a bulky set. He might end up losing this just because he does too much utility and not enough damage on his team. It is a relatively common issue for players who have teams like this. You know, I think that Monko might be in peck range. I don't know for sure, but I think it might be. I had to use Turbine on the Turok there, because I kind of need Tuvine alive to deal with Kinu. Or at least chip the Kinu down. Yeah, he had Hypnosis. Can I get the Rock Fall off though, because Tardy Rush procced? This isn't too bad though, it means Kinu. Yeah. It means I wouldn't OX if I got attacked. I would have OX by 1 if he didn't Hypno me there. I don't think the Sammy would have one-shot me anyways. GG. How much stam do I have on Rhoulder? Very little. I only round up to 61. It's still enough for a 3-turn rotation. As long as I don't click Earthbreaker as part of it. I was hoping Echo was faster. Do you have dozing? Was it dozing hit? What's the speed on invest on the Rhoulder? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. I think I still would have had you though, because then I would have just goringed the Sambi next turn. Yeah, I've got 168 invest. It's enough so that after Tardy Rush, I'm faster than max speed Saipat. Yes, Billy, hello, welcome. Near the play was hoping Echo killed 2-Vine. Yeah, you had to try and force a 1v1 versus Kinu and Rhoulder, and then just hope that your Kinu wins. But even if you're dealing super effective damage and I'm dealing not very effective damage, I think I out damage just because fat burner. Would have been close though. Like the fat burner, I didn't know it actually got you over 300. That's actually a pretty big break point. Was a little upset I targeted the grandpa though. Yeah, it was really bulky though. Like if you have a Tem with protector and nut bar, you got to use your highest damaging option available to deal with it. And considering I couldn't resist it very well with 2-Vine, and you banned my Obi, I was running out of options. Obi and Garunder. Oh, Light Cube again. Good luck, have fun. A rematch here, and I see a pig. I don't think the pig was there before. I think there was another toxic in that slot. Not sure which one though. Hoping you hit the Kinu first, and I just start hurricaning everywhere. I was never afraid of the damage output from Kinu though. As soon as Fat Burner reveals, it's just like, alright, this thing's just useless. It's just utility bot. It didn't have Kaleidoscope, so I didn't have to worry too much about heals. Revitalize is very weak. I'm still gonna go with the Volar End ban. It's because I have limited electric options. This song is not in my playlist on Spotify, so why are you playing it? And now it's gonna start replaying songs. Nope. Not allowed. Obi ban first. Maybe he didn't remember that I don't have reset on this Obi. Putting sack on it just for me. If you put sack on it, then its utility goes away. I'm assuming it has turbo as well. I think you. Pick Cycrox first. Cycrox is pretty good into just about everything on his team. Only thing that can even hit it well is Pig. Pig just... I know an invested pig's damage, so I know that I don't have to be afraid of an uninvested pig. have a hard time bringing yourself to click turbo. If you're able to get turbo on Turok, your turbine goes first. Right. Speed control is so valuable. I never really know the right time to click it. I've learned a little bit since using Pig more, and that has helped significantly. Oh, no, Momo's also new. Why did I miss that? Interesting. I think Brocklem's just gonna be good here. I can threaten out the Volphy. I'm sure the Volphy's just gonna Lifeful Sap onto the Momo. And then it'll become a problem very quickly. Especially since I don't have any mentals. I just... And then he bans out a physical attacker. Gonna ban Nid now. Pick Rhoulder for sure. Also gonna grab Chromion for sure. You just like do a Hypno or Turbo. I'm much more familiar with Hypno play than Turbo plays. Your main team plays around sleep. I think normally you Hypno first and then you Turbo afterwards instead of clicking Beta for the chip damage. Overall, what did I think of the team? I think it's a fun team. I think it's a fun team, but I think it lacks damage. I don't think you have enough damage carries on it. And your supports just do too little damage. Picking these two is the best way to cover for both Karin or Baboa. Not picking Chromion would be tough when I got Cycrox. And also Toxic Ticks are very valuable. Cycrox has Neuro. Nope. Yeah, we're doing Water Synth today. It's gotten some value. It's actually been pretty nice. First Aid Kit and Kaleidoscope, yeah. Kind of sad. Neuro could have been valuable on Momo. Yeah, for sure. It's just, you know, won't always get value. Can't always have the best trait. Just heal your socks with Chromion. Yeah, that's another thing I never really think about, but it's definitely an option. Not quite half. Unfortunate. Double Edge, he's buffing up my Broccolum. Thank you very much. Raid Boss Momo incoming. I knew it would be Raid Boss Momo. I've had limited options to prevent it. This is the refresh and the Stonewall turn. It did like 20%. Prison Trap. Doing an amount of damage. Refresh. Into Stonewall. Nothing surprising there. Swap to Garunder. Plague the Pig. I have Inner Spirit off on Brock now. just won't have a whole lot of health to utilize it because of Fainted Curse. And that's assuming he doesn't just wipe me here. He does go for the Broccolum. I lived. That's subpar. Suboptimal. Fortnite. Alright, we go beef up and then we go into Rhoulder. Yeah, I mean this Momo just... I have to wait for it to run out of stamina, but it's going to take like 2 or 3 kills with it first, and then it's not... That's excluding all the value it gets while that's... Oh boy, he actually targeted the Rhoulder. Did not expect that. A knockback on my Rhoulder is probably knock it out. Broccoli Man take the hit. I thought about it. I don't want to lose my Tardy Rush stacks, and also I wanted to get the Synergy Paizo off. I'm just disappointed with that damage. My options to deal with Tortonite just died. I didn't realize how bad Tortonite was after, yeah. What did I even... I banned the Volerend. Yeah, I don't think I stood a chance this game. Now with the Momo and Pig added. Notice how the 2 things that weren't there the last time caused me the most issue this time. You must be still refining the team, learning from his past matches. I thought I was on Garunder. I meant to swap Garunder for Cycrox. I guess now we're just pretending I'm baiting a Plague, but I know that that Momo stays in. And just refreshes. Shelter, even worse. So the Momo only has Undermine as an attack. Yeah, he predicted the Chromion swap in too. There's no other reason to plague the... I guess he could have plagued it just to lower its stamina. Because that was pretty low on stam. He has speed in the Volphy? Who runs speed on their Volphys? When they're install teams? Diamond Fort? Okay. Well, I would have actually been able to hit the Tort, and I would have killed the Volphy 100%. I thought he had a 0-speed Volphy. I wonder if he changed that too. GG. It's not like you need that much speed in the Volphy to outspeed my my water cannon there, but it does need to be an amount. Have any heal options for the Rhoulder in the team? I've got cooperation on the Obi, but Obi's one of my most common bans. Tornado teams are so annoying, but Kaleidoscope Volphy's been saving you. Yeah, Kaleidoscope Volphy's very strong. It's basically the only niche Volphy has left is Kaleidoscope. GG, like you was not expecting the Volphy to have speed invest. And the Pig and Momo were definitely good adds to the team. Man, I guess everyone's on stall. Just want one more win. If I win this one, it's gonna be the last. If I lose, I'll play one more. Wolfie has to have speed to do his job. Does it though? Like it just has to survive to get one lifeful sap off, and then it's basically done. So I would just assume bulk is better than just piddle speed because it's a 2 prio, not a high prio. Let's see. You have support, 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 and raid boss, raid boss, raid boss. We're banning the Nox. You size munches not go for your prios. Same with Gialis, Oshio's, Chromions. So you see you hit like 221. Zero invest in special attack. Yeah, I know. So that's why it's weird. That's that's why I don't really understand. Speed without support moves that really get value out of speed, and without damage invests is something that I don't understand. But a lot of people do. Like if you have Jinx Whisper, then it makes a little more sense. I'm banning Cowrin because I think I have more options to deal with Nidosil than Cowrin, especially if Chromion loses this matchup to start. Raiken's valuable. Two Vine's valuable. One move off an Acro matchup. Prio Exhaust with stall is very important. I guess I just don't play enough stalls, so I just don't know well enough. That's 4 things that can hit Rhoulder super effective. I think Brocklum gets more value here. Camo Schween. Let's see if we can take down the Schween. 95 down to 65, so that's like 32%. I always round down, because if you round up, then you may miss kills that you thought you had. So 32% on that. Fluid barrier makes sense. Why does the pig have nut bar? Even if Shween like fluid barriers itself, it should still die this turn. Or Quartz Shields. You might just Quartz Shield the pig, but if it doesn't get anything on either of these raid boss candidates, it's not good for it. Could see a Volphy swap in, but no, he's just letting the Shween die. That frees me up to do Venom Spread combos a lot easier. Just get Toxic Ticks in general. He's actually got Turbine on the pig. Boomerang and Turbine on the pig. That's very weird. Does he not have Stonewall, not have Divine Inspiration? Not have Bamboozle? I don't know why you need 2 Prio moves. Turbine only does 15 more BP than Turbine does. Or Turbine only does 15 BP more than Boomerang does. It's very negligible. And they're almost the same stamina too. It's just a waste of a move slot to run both. Even on my War Pig, I only run Boomerang. I guess he's gonna try and have his Baboa be his raid boss candidate by knocking out my Cycrox already. That's kind of his goal. He barely manages it, but he does take it out. I've gotten 2 Tems for 1 though, but his pig is pretty bulky now. At the same time, it doesn't have a whole lot of stamina remaining. Marbles value. Bobo has Refreshing Diabolo, that's bad. Swap in 2 Vine, Plague the pig. So that it hopefully OXs if it clicks anything. And deal some chip damage. That does nothing. It doesn't OX. Dang, that hurts. That really hurts. How much stamina does this pig have? It's gotta be 101 stamina. Boomerang, Turbine, Boomerang, Exhausted, Stonewall. Maybe it's just 81. Maybe it's just 81. Dang it. Well, it also had marbles, so it also lost that stamina, because I had my Chromion. I really gotta try and take down the pig. He might just revitalize it or drool it or something and swap it out. Drool, yeah. Oh, but on himself. Oh, that's huge. If he did it on the pig, I'd be in a really bad spot. Now I think I have some room to work with. Because Diablo hasn't procced yet, so I can CPG and then Inner Spirit. But he'll be faster with Div. Because my Broccolum is not fast, not this one. I wish it was fast for this moment. Ah, match got me playing against Stall again. Yeah, it's not a good matchup for me. Dude has double offense moves on his pig. But Boomerang and Turbine is weird. And he revitalizes now. And Debolo procs. And the game's over. 81 Stam Pig, double attack, OP, I suppose. With Nut Bar. I did not think that his pig would be a raid boss. I figured it was just a support, but it's designed to be a raid boss. GG. I could have lived 3 boomerangs. I could not have lived the turbine in that rotation. I also only have 2 electrics, and one of them is a support, which is Obi. I guess I had to bring Garunder and Cycrox in that matchup is what I had to do. I just didn't realize that at first. If we battled again, I think I would have a better chance. So much of stall teams is figuring out what moves your opponent has. Oh my goodness, I'm not getting a break. The line there is a focus to Babua still looks tricky for the team. He had a stone wall on the Babua. There's a stone wall on the Babua. It's not a neurotoxins. Dang it. It's still a good ban though. I wanted to lead Cycrox and Chromion again, but ban the Garunder. Saw that you passed him, decided he was having none of it. It would be nice to get one more win, but I've already been streaming so long. I need Garunder in this matchup. I want to say that Water Cannon plus Nox Bomb can kill Scaravolt, and if it doesn't, it would at least be a trade. Kinu walls both Rhoulder and Broccolum, and I've seen more of them today than I've seen in the entire patch. So I'm gonna ban it. Scare will not die to the double, it only die after a tick. I think that's still worth it. This is why I wanted Cycrox though, because if I had Cycrox and I banned the Garunder, and if I second ban the Nidrasil, there's nothing that wants to take a Water Cannon plus a Venom spread, and that would kill the Scaravolt for sure. Because a Cinder type, well, okay, I guess it's not for sure, but I really assume it does. I think it's just a doomed matchup. I don't think I can face Stall with this team. I didn't design it with enough Stall tools. Like Raiken can't. So Raiken does not do good against Stall. It does good against like mid range and stuff. But Kapire is far superior against Stall because it has heat up. With Raiken, you can't actually get kills to stack Prideful because people have so much bulk on their Tems. But Kapire, it doesn't matter. Reactive Vile Karen. This is okay. Maybe he'll swap and overpredict. Makes me pretty much doomed against Gallios, but whatever. Geno's playing also right now. Yeah, all the stall players are coming out of the cracks today. I guess I haven't run into Tsubaki, but... It's gonna live on like 2%. That so sucks. Yeah. Mainly bringing my 2 vines so that I can get the beef up on it. But also I think he might be bringing in his Garunder. Why would he bring Gallios? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. He's probably that confident I wouldn't go Brock. You got beta burst on the thing too. Camo Galio guarantee it's trait proc if you don't kill it. I mean, there's also factors of like you still have 1 turn you can push off the thing, and it still usually builds slow that way. Saving 2 Vine because it can still eat a hit or 2 late game. I can't imagine he'll Soil Steam the 2 Vine slot. Guess he'll OX if he does. I don't know what he swaps into exactly, but he swaps into something. And just uses his signature. He can't use it on himself, he won't get the evasion. Wow. He doesn't even risk it. I'm gonna keep Brocklem in for one more turn and challenge his Gurender. I want to see if I can get the cow into OX and burn its reactive vial. Also relatively confident this Karen will not. I don't know what it's gonna do this turn, but I don't think it's gonna Soil Steam. Maybe it'll roar. It won't OX if it roars, that's for sure. Oh, I can't even. It's got Skull Helmet. It's not Scavenger like the rest of everyone else running Karen. He actually Soil Steam though, and it wasn't the Broccolum slot. Formation Garunder. Okay. Garunder still doesn't want to take a CPG, even if it's +2 defense. Just run Ad Shot Shelter. He may have Shelter, but he doesn't have Ad Shot. He swapped in Gallios. He knows it resets the trait. He has to keep bringing it in now that he has it doomed, otherwise it'll die in the back. He did swap in Karen, but he's just gonna side drool it. Yeah. It's time with your mom, make sure she knows you're alive. Alright, sounds good, Ninja. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Happy New Year. He's really just attacking with the Karen. I didn't think he would be attacking so much, but... Like, I had Bush up. He's just not afraid. He has to bring in Galio sometime in the next 2 turns, and I have a feeling it's going to be now. So that's why I'm Paizoing that slot. In my mind, you never do him with Bush Up, you gotta get rid of the Obi first. That's fair. Well, even if, I'm not even saying Doom, but I'm surprised he didn't, like, buff himself in some way. If this takes out Karin, I might win. Emphasis on might. If his Paizo kills me, which it very well could, I probably lose. Skull Helmet still died in a melee move. Yeah, free healing is probably better in most cases. I need to live. Live, Garunder! Oh, I didn't stand a chance. $72. He lives on 1 health. Yeah, I can't win. If I was able to, if he didn't have well, he would always. Of course, he had Paizo. If he's a Burmatian Garunder. Dang it! I just wanted one more win for the stupid weekly. I don't want to play another, but I want my rewards. GG. That one's frustrating. I'm really surprised he let Gallios die in the back. If I saved my Paizo and used it on the... I mean... I was +4, the Baba was +3. But I don't think it mattered. I've actually got a net loss of... I mean, I've got a 4 and 6 win rate. Faced too many stall players, even though this was supposed to be a team I was hoping to push with. Garunder's still just underperforming all day. How many feathers am I doing this for? 200. It's like 2 hot fixes. That's awesome. I'll do one more match. If I lose, I'm done. Extra long stream for you guys. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I really could have done that game. I mean, you can always get more predictions right. Stall games are really just games of prediction. Didn't help I had a lot of tems with low stamina. If I would have predicted the double into my Obi, that could have changed things, I guess. Really wasn't expecting 2 damaging moves. And it was super unfortunate they barely killed too. He must have some offense investment on both of his tems. You probably have to nowadays. And the Scaravolt living on 2%. We expected it to live, but It's just sad that it did. If I had more... If I had like max attack on the Grunder, it wouldn't have lived. Even if I had War Drum instead of Energy Drink. Like I was debating on earlier. And then if Chromion survived, I'd have had so much space to do things. Could have immediately threatened out his Kaurin. He didn't have any Toxics. As with his Kaurin threatened out, he probably wouldn't have targeted my Garunder so hard. And then I could have kept Garunder for Babua. So he sacked health on his Babua well. Because he knew I was keeping Garunder alive for it, so it doesn't matter if it takes a couple hits. Either Garunder KOs it anyways, or he plays around it and it gets to live. And that's what happened in the end. I gotta learn what to ban better in these stall teams. No, I just don't think it's a winning matchup much. I just gotta get reads better. Like the whole cooperation thing, I probably should just take it, remove it, and then add reset. That would have won me the game if I had reset. Because then I could have cleared buffs on something, even if it was just the Babua. If it was the Babua, I could have taken it out with 2 Vine in the end game. Beatstall just played Digis. I have 3 Digis on my team. Chromion, Obi, and Cycrox. But yeah, I know. I know there's ways to beat it. Heck, you just have Composure and you kind of just destroy. Cycrox isn't a Digi. Cycrox is definitely a Digi. Obi is not. Cycrox got banned, otherwise it would have destroyed that matchup. Get some Zen meds off. And just dish out constant damage. Obi's my best Tem. I got 2 Vine on the team. Not that it's doing a whole lot. Cycrox. No, it's not that it destroys the matchup, but it definitely would have helped. I am Water Synth, but I'm also offensively invested. If I pair Cycrox with the Water Chromion turn 1, I can one-shot the Scarab ult. Since the Kaurin was reactive Vial, I could have doubled in and killed that. He didn't have any Toxics to swap into, so I could have just freely doubled whatever. I have Zen Med for offensive scaling. For 2 Tems. Get an electric and I get harmful microwave synergy. Cycrox has been one of the best Tems on this team so far today. Zelby and Gallios are also top bans if you want a hard counter. I know Gallios is for sure. Zelbian's kind of interesting. I feel like most of them don't even run heat up, so they're not nearly as bad anymore. It's not like I hate having to have counters for every matchup. I just wish I could run Tems that that fit my game plan and have tools on them that allow me to beat the matchup. You said Obi and Gaia Brock. Gaia Brock wouldn't even help there. The reset change would definitely help. Riken's a dead slot in the matchup. Because it doesn't have any offensive scaling. Which is fair, that's the trade-off you get when you run Riken. It's just reset would have been the only thing and then play better in that specific matchup. JR's up. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah, Qs are definitely getting on. Even if I wasn't mildly tilted, I'd probably call a stream after this one, just because it's gonna take forever to find matches. It's really like interesting today though. It seems like most of the players they're either running full hyper aggro or full stall. Not a lot of mid range. It's like mid range is a dying breed because it loses to both of those matchups. Like we haven't seen a single meta team today. No like Gazuma, Mashuk, Tolkien, Platimus garbage. Which in its own right is kind of nice. I appreciate the creativity. Also playing against the same people. The only person I matched up against more than once was you. Everyone else was different, I think. Yeah, it is really annoying that mid-range loses. Well, that's what happens when you remove so many tools. Like with mid-range, your trade-off for having a move that deals with a slow team is that you have one less tool against fast teams. And if you have something that deals with fast teams, you have one less tool that works against slow teams. Like, allow that choice, please. I don't know. I'm curious what 1.6 is going to bring, but I'm sure it's going to be disappointing just because there's going to be so many great changes that everyone comes up with for the make your own patch competition that it doesn't matter what Krima delivers, it's just going to be sad. Here we go, last match of the day. Let's get a win and get my free 200 feathers. T-Honey. Alright, we got Digi team. Two Vine ban, that's kind of odd. I didn't have to ban the Chromion because I could have brought Riken, but then I would have wanted to ban Platimus, and Platimus isn't too much of an issue because I have both Garunder and Cycrox. Alright, here we go. We'll do the combo. The Rhoulder Cycrox. Good to end off the day with this at least. How do these two pair together? Cycrox covers all of Rhoulder's weaknesses. It's nothing special. But they're also about the same speed tier and have similar game plans. That's supposed to cancel matchmaking when you change your team in Showdown. Usually it does, it's supposed to, but sometimes it glitches out and doesn't. Honestly, I'd rather deal with Monko than with Obi at this point. This is going to be a tough matchup, though. I guess I probably should pick Rhoulder last, because if she doesn't pick Platimus, I probably didn't want it. Okay. That works. This Wolfie is actually kind of a pain. It hits a lot of my stuff. She didn't pick Monko. Wolfie is... Why do you have a Kaleidoscope Wolfie on a stall team? Is this not a stall team? Or no, a hyper aggro team. Is this not a hyper aggro team? Just masquerading as one? I wouldn't be surprised to see a Tesla plus a Plague onto the Cycrox this turn, and then a Tornado. Tornado on the Cycrox to finish it off, and a Plague. Oh no, nope, it's just... Not even handcuffs on the Wolfie. Aloe Vera Gazuma. Awesome. Did 36%. So that will not kill. With one more. Might just be a Tornado Dust Vortex on the Obi. Because Obi resists this, and Cycrox would have died. And Dust Vortex on the Rhoulder if Cycrox did die isn't bad. Yeah. Sacrificing like 3 tems just to kill one. Sounds about right. At least Gazum was running out of stamina. And Rhoulder hits Tardy Rush after this turn. Interesting. Double on the Obi. His Rhoulder survives with good health. And I got a nice big Earthbreaker right for this Plotamus. I don't know if it's gonna one-shot. Depends on how bulky it is. But, you know. Could be good. Sparks on the Plotamus, that's fair. Keeps the Gosma from OXing too. Ah man. That's so sad. If that killed, I would have won instantly. I'm still not in a bad spot though. Gosma's running real low and it has to use Tornado on my Rhoulder to kill it. We're gonna Goring the Arachnite to keep it its garbage typing. And then we're gonna defib it to hit it super effective. If Gosma clicks anything, it'll OX. And Rhoulder's the fastest thing on the board. Okay. There's a harmful onto the Rhoulder, so that's good. Does Gosma probably rests? Yeah, it does rest. She's gonna try and get me into an endgame with just Garender versus Grumper, probably. Does not become pure neutral. No, it keeps its original digital and neutral typing. If it's hit with either a digital or a neutral type move. Hurricane. That is not what I wanted to see right now. Because it does not OX, it still kills Cycrox, and it's now faster than me to Tesla Prison. I shouldn't. It had sparks. I thought maybe it had like turbo or something. So it's a no turbo Gazuma. All these people running weird, goofy sets today. It's just not what I wanted to see. And it's still faster anyways. So it's a max speed Gazuma as well. The Hurricane, so that after a rest it ends at 0 stamina, that's what ruined me. Good game. That sucks. This was an awful day. I don't know why people aren't playing mid-range anymore. Cause like, I don't know. I guess the meta's just in such a place that everyone chooses some team that has a losing matchup somewhere. That one was pretty close. It's just perfect stamina calcs. And just, I wasn't aware of the spreads. I did not know it was a max speed Gazuma. The Platymus survived on 1% HP. I wonder if that was an issue with my spread more than hers. Kind of curious now if like the other thing I could have done there was I could have swapped out Rhoulder for Cycrox and actually healed. GG. Platymus living on a sliver ruined me. Oh, yeah, no, you did have significant bulk invest. Yeah, you have pretty good spreads there. I didn't. You pretty much outspreaded me. Breathbreaker got you scared. I mean I was not in a good position. It was already a rough matchup. I've got 4 digi weaknesses on the team. I knew I'd outspeed you. It's just you had just enough HP to live. You know, the last 2 matches I actually would have won if I had War Drum on my Mega Runder. It's kind of funny. I'm just gonna, like, energy drink did nothing. Free damage is better. Apparently. And then if yeah. It sucks to be so close to the weekly mission and then just to not get it, but I've been streaming for 4 hours now. I'm told the Platy spread is yours. Well, that makes me feel better. Huh. You know, that yeah, I don't, there's no words for that. I made the spreads to be good. So I'm glad that they're working out. I faced my own teams, I've made my own spreads, and it's people are finding success with them, so that's cool. I'm done. I'm done for the day. Too many losses. I'll have to reevaluate. I do want to use a team similar to this again though, so whenever I do stream next, I'll probably use it. Might be tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day as a free man. Then I go to work for the rest of my life. But yeah, definitely gonna take a break today. I hope everyone has a good New Year's. For everyone where it hasn't hit the new year yet, those of you living in the future, congratulations. I look forward to another good year of streaming, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you all so much for the support you've given me up until now. and yeah, I look forward for what's to come. Now, that's it. That's all I got today. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.